Hey everyone, it's Caity. I am the chapel teacher at the School of Grace in Raleigh, North Carolina, and I'd like to welcome all of my friends to chapel today. So you might remember that the first thing we do when we come to chapel is to light our candle. So let's go ahead and get started with that. And if you have a candle at home and a grown-up who can help you, you can light a candle as well. And when we light our candles, we remember that God is the light of our world. So today during chapel, I wanted to share a story with you guys that Jesus told his friends one time too. And this story, I think, helps us learn or remember what it is like when we listen for God's words and when we try to remember God's words. So let's get started with our story today. In our story today, there was a sower. A sower is someone who plants seeds. So the sower went along and was planting seeds. Some of the seeds fell right on the path. When the sower was gone, the birds came and ate them up right away. Some of the seeds fell on the rocks. When the sower was gone, the seeds tried to grow, but they could not put down their roots very far. There was not enough room. The sun came and all of the little plants died. Some of the seeds fell among thorns. When the sower was gone, the seeds tried to put down their roots, but the thorns choked them out. Finally, there was some seeds who fell on good soil. When the sower was gone, the little seeds put down their roots, had plenty of room, and they grew and grew and grew. At harvest, they brought forth grain, lots of it, some 30, some 60, some 100 bushels, lots of grain to feed people with. Now that is our story of the sower and his seeds on the path, the thorns, the rocks, and the good soil. So now that we've heard our story, I was wondering, do you guys remember what happened to the seeds that fell on the path, in the thorns, or in the rocks? Oh, I remember. I think the ones that fell on the path, they got eaten by birds. And the ones in the rocks or the thorns, they couldn't grow. They didn't have room for roots, or they were dried out by the sun. They weren't able to grow big and strong. Do you remember what happened to the seeds that fell on the good soil? That when the sower spreaded them, they landed in the good soil? Oh yeah, I think I remember that those were the seeds that grew into plants, grew into nice big plants that were able to be harvested for lots and lots of grain. I wonder what would happen to God's words if God was trying to tell us something, but we weren't listening. If we weren't focused, what might happen to God's words? I wonder what would happen to them if we were listening, if we were paying lots of attention, if we were trying to remember what God was saying to us after we heard his words. Well, friends, I think that this story helps me learn that when I have my ears wide open for God and I have my eyes wide open looking for God, I can see all of the messages God has for me. I can hear God's words for me. And when I do my best to hear them and I'm ready for them and I remember them, I know that God's love grows and grows and grows and I'm able to share it with lots and lots of people. I think maybe God's words grow best when I'm listening, just like the seeds grow the best in the good soil. All right, friends, so we need to pray before we can change our light today. So how do you like to put your hands when you pray? I like to make my body nice and calm, put them just like this, and we will say, Dear God, thank you for helping us to grow. Amen. All right, friends, so let's get ready to change our lights. I have this tool here to change this one. If you have one at home, get ready to blow it out or change it with a grown-up. And we can all pretend to change this light. And even though we change it, we know God is still with us all the time, everywhere. Even when the smoke and the light is gone, God is still with us. All right, friends, I'm so glad you were able to join me today for chapel. I miss you guys. I hope to see you again soon. Bye, guys.